Okay guys, we want to cover the Powerfeed Tumblr. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit slowly with this one just to make sure that you understand everything. And I kind of half written out a blog post here, which I'm going to put this video underneath and I'll publish here as well. So you can find this easily on the anthonyhayes.me website as well. Okay, so what we're doing with this one, really easy, is we are basically creating a feed as a trigger. Okay, the feed as a trigger. Now I've got a very specific way of doing this I've been playing around with in the last week. And if I just let's see if I can make these bigger here. Let's see if we can make them more readable. Okay, maybe you can see better. So in IFTTT we've got the ability to use recipes starting from an RSS feed, okay, and this can be any feed that you like. Okay, so if I look into IFTTT and I go into where it says SEO tips up here, right click and open, and if I click on this, then I come down and I've got this ability here to add feed. Okay, a new feed item. So I can put any RSS feed I want in here. I can mash up RSS feeds as well, which is kind of powerful, which is what I've been playing around with. Okay, and that way we can do the authority stuff as well. We can hijack authority YouTube channels, authority websites, RSS feeds, etc. Okay, so for example, let's go and look for, let's see if we can go to YouTube, and we'll go looking for search engine land or Moz or something like that. Okay, let's see, let's go to Whiteboard Friday. And we've got Moz, and their channel is called Moz HQ. Okay, so I've got Moz HQ, okay, and I've got some of my own channels as well. So if I can back over to the tool and just come over to Chimp Feeder very quickly, and I add that in here, and I keep it SEO tips. Okay, let's make it a little bit better grammatically. SEO tips, training videos. I don't want that comma. Click on the mashup. And it's grabbing the RSS feed from 3 channels now. Okay, so now what I've got this feed here. Okay, it's got authority stuff, it's got my stuff, and what I can do then is I can come over to the Powerfeed Tumblr. I can put that RSS feed in here. Okay, now for this one, excuse me, I'm just going to copy the URL from here. This is one I kind of had done initially with the software, but I didn't save it and I had to go back in and change the passwords and stuff in that particular account. Okay, so what I've got now is I've got my username and password for IFTTT. I've got my RSS feed. I can put in my links in just a minute. Let's come back over. So I've grabbed the RSS feed from Moz. I've mixed it with 2 of my own channels, and I can just basically put that into here if I want to. Oh, wrong one. Let's come back over. I'm not going to actually post it in the Chrome browser, but I'll just show you what happens next for simplicity. Create the trigger in here, then click on that. Then what I'm going to do is I can go over to Tumblr and I can make a post. Now when I go into Tumblr, I'm going to click on create a new text post. Now the software does all this for you. You don't need to be doing this. And this area here where they've got, they always put in the links to IFTTT. We're basically hijacking that once we're in here. That's what these areas are for here. We put our own links. The software will do all that for us. Okay, so I can take, what's going to happen is I'll put my RSS feed, anything new posted on those YouTube channels, either from Moz or from me, from either of my 2 channels, will automatically get posted into Tumblr. Okay, and we will have some anchor text links in here, this area as well. Okay, now the software will fill in for the content, for the title, for the URL and stuff like that. So it's really important that we do put a link to our own stuff in here, because if something gets published on Moz, for example, it might not have your link in it if you don't put it in here. It won't have your link in it if you don't put it in here. Okay, so what you do want to do is make sure that you take advantage of this area here. Okay, so what I'm going to do for mine, I'm just going to put a link to my homepage. This time I'm going to do it to my main blog, anthonyhughes.me. Okay, anchor text I'll put in here, SEO tips and tutorials or something like that. Okay, fix my typos and we're good to go. Right, okay, so we've got my little HTML there. What I can do in here, I don't need to put it directly to someone else's feed, but I will do, just for the purpose of keeping things nice and tidy. So I'm going to put in there, let's go back there, should have put in the YouTube channel here, youtube.com. Let's go to Moz again. Oh, come on. Okay, let's go back in here, grab this, come back to the software. So I'll put the link in here, and I'm going to put in here I'll change it around a little bit, SEO tutorials and tips. Okay, so that will give an anchor text link back to them as well. So all my content is getting mixed in with theirs. Okay, now where the power comes from is partly from this and partly from using a Tumblr account that has got some domain authority. You can see here that this one has got some page authority actually. So let's go to the actual blog page here. You can see here it's got page authority 40. Okay, and you can see here that it's got page rank. You can see it's the same URL, page rank 5 out of 10. Okay, I bought this for I think about 175 bucks, 150 bucks, I can't remember exactly. So what we've done then is we're going to come back over to IFTTT, and in the channels area here I'm going to disassociate the Tumblr that was created by the software, and I'm going to replace it with the new one. So deactivate this one. Okay, now I'm already logged into this Tumblr. This is the back end of Tumblr. That's the front end. Okay, can come back into IFTTT. Click on activate because I'm already logged into Tumblr. And click on allow. Okay, so it's supposed to go back over to IFTTT. Let's just see what happens. Make sure it's actually attached. Yeah, I've got it attached now. Okay, now you get some really weird names when you're buying these, and actually if you look at the actual Tumblr, if you scroll down, it's kind of ridiculous. It's got nothing to do with SEO, but who cares? I switched it over, I changed the titles and stuff like that, and just every time I post something, or even if Moz posts something, it's coming in here. Okay, so later I'll probably come back and just 301 redirectories or get rid of them or whatever, these particular posts, but they're probably just using GSA to build these up, but it gives us a little bit more power. Okay, so we're building authority, hijacking the authority YouTube channel from Moz. Okay, and we're building relevancy from our own channels, and we're putting on, in this instance, a PR5 blog. Now you don't have to get a PR5, you can get PR2s I think from about 10 bucks or something. You can get PR3 for about 40 bucks or something. I can't remember exactly how much. I'll try and get a list of them from him and put them underneath the video. Okay, you get some strange names, just go and change the title. Don't change the name here, just change the title and it will be fine. And we're using that just for syndication and nothing else. Okay, and that way we got some extra power. That's why I'm calling it Powerfeed. And we got some extra power being built in the background as well. Now, what I propose you do in this particular instance, if I come back over to my blog post that I was writing, is identify 5 authority sites. So I might use something like Moz, Search Engine Land, etc., and find 5 authority YouTube channels. Okay, and basically you're taking the RSS feed from the YouTube channel, you're grabbing the RSS feeds from one of your main content sources, which can be your WordPress site or your YouTube channel. Okay, use one or the other. I would suggest, because if you're like me, whenever you do a post on YouTube, it's more than likely to end up on your website anyway. So just to sort of keep it a little bit more fresh content and not duplicate with the same stuff, then choose one or the other. Okay, then what we can do next, mash the RSS feeds together like I just showed you. Okay, the trigger will be from that mashed up your RSS feed, which I just showed you inside IFTTT here. So it's going to be posting now into Tumblr. Don't worry about all this stuff here. The software takes care of all of that for you. Just ignore that. Let's come back to the blog post right now. So the trigger will be the either coming from your WordPress site or your YouTube site or the authority site that you've identified. Okay, and whenever they make a post, obviously their content will get posted into your Tumblr account. Okay, and then what we can do is the Tumblr account I've got, is got some page ranking. It's got a domain authority of 40 for this one, for example. You can get them a bit less, even PR2 you can get around 29 page authority. Okay, and then the other syndication will be done linking back to the Tumblr account. Okay, so that's going to be similar to what we were doing up here with the WP authority, the WP blogger, where blogger was syndicating everything out. So what will happen is you get the RSS feed with the content from either you or from the authority site. It will post to Tumblr, and then Tumblr will take that post and it will post to places like, let's see over here. Let's go back into channels so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It will post to Blogger, it will post to Buffer, it will post Tumblr to Digo, Tumblr to Delicious, to Facebook groups, etc., etc. Okay, that means the Tumblr account is the one that's getting all the links coming back to it. Okay, that's where the syndication is coming from. The links are coming back to it. So that way, you're building more power into this particular Tumblr account that you're using. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, what I'm talking about here when I'm saying use the 5 authority sites and 5 authority YouTube channels, that's going to give you a total of 10 times that you can do this, in my opinion, quite powerfully, okay, without it starting to look very, very spammy. So for example, if I take my WordPress site and I mix it with Moz website RSS feed, that would be 1 RSS feed and 1 Tumblr account, okay, or 1 IFTTT account. The next one might be my YouTube video channel and Moz YouTube channel, okay, and so it's slightly different content. And then the next one might be my WordPress site RSS feed and say for example Search Engine Land website RSS, and then the next one might be my YouTube channel and Search Engine Land YouTube channel. You see what I mean? So we can do that about 10 times, just every single time, mix it up slightly. Okay, so you're using 1 authority website or 1 authority YouTube channel in your mix, in your RSS feed mix every single time. And if you do that 5 or 10 times, then you're getting some nice indication going out where it's not always going to be similar. So all of those blogs, those Tumblr blogs, and all of those other accounts are going to have something slightly different. Okay, now we're going to be doing a webinar on this on Tuesday. If you're watching this about 6 months down the line, that webinar will have been done. It will be underneath this video in the member area. Okay, so we're going to do this live on Tuesday for the press release backlinking. Okay, this is basically a good opportunity for us to be able to show this being done step by step, and I will do that over to webinars, some of the backlinking stuff for the press release SEO. So if you're confused, don't worry, we will cover that, and I will have everything laid out so you can see what content I'm going to syndicate from my own, what content exactly I'm going to syndicate from search engine land, from Moz, from other authority kind of sites in the SEO niche, or authority YouTube channels within the SEO niche. And I'm going to make 10 of these, and I'm going to have 10 PageRank Tumblr accounts or high page authority Tumblr accounts, and I will mash them all up and have the feeds ready, and we can just sit there and go through it. And you know, once we've got all that set up and all we need to do is click on this button here, then it's going to work. So I'm hoping that this is going to work with the email address in here. So all I need to do then is just start creating the accounts. And start creating the recipes, and there we go. So whenever anything is posted from Moz, or from Moz YouTube channel, or from my website, I think it was I put in here, or one of my YouTube channels, then it's going to post to that Tumblr account, to the PR5 Tumblr account. Okay, anything posted from WordPress is going to go into Tumblr as well. That gives you another option if you don't want to use the feed, but you can still use the power of Tumblr by doing that. Okay, and then from there, it's Tumblr to Buffer. We're going to get bookmarked by Delicious Indigo. Tumblr to Facebook fan page, Facebook sort of main profile, and newsfeed or whatever it's called. And we've got also for Digo, and we got for YouTube posting to Tumblr as well. Okay, so that way we're just building up a variety of different ways that we can use this. Okay, so that's all been done now, and that's it. Very, very simple. And we got some nice syndication going on. Been able to do posts from WordPress and from YouTube. We put this in there deliberately. You will see there's 2 YouTube ones in here. One is for if you favorite a video, and the other one is for if you upload a video. Okay, so that will come from the YouTube channel that you have connected with IFTTT in your account section up here. Okay, whatever you have connected in this particular one here. So for example, in here, if I click on that, I can find out what channel I've got connected here, and it's my main channel. Okay, so anything gets posted there will go there. Okay, very, very simple, very, very easy. And that way we're building some variety in there, so you've got, you know, the power to maximize the cost of buying that particular Tumblr account. So we got all that syndication happening very, very easily for you. Okay, and once that post is made on Tumblr, then it does all this stuff here. Buffer will give you links to Twitter and Facebook. You can use different accounts and get bookmarked, and basically you've got a whole bunch of other stuff going on in the background, and you're really maximizing your investment in that particular Tumblr account. So in the Tumblr account as well, what you can do is come over to Tumblr here, and you can make sure you got a link. Okay, that's all I've done. I mean, I've been pretty brazen about it. I've not been hiding it at all. So I bought a PR5 blog, domain authority 40, as you can see. First post to put up, first thing I did is change this to search engine optimization tips, and I put in basically the same thing for a subtitle, and I put a link in a very, very short blog post here. And you know, that's it. I'm not really that bothered. I'm just going to make sure that I've got links going back over to my website every time there's a post being made, just simply by doing this one time. That means any content that I'm publishing, either via this RSS feed, via my WordPress site. You can even use a WordPress.com in there if you want to, but it's a little bit more complicated because it's another thing to take care of. Or from my YouTube channel, then away it goes. And I can use this as well, because if I favorite something in my YouTube channel that is not from me, but maybe from somebody else, it's mixing up the content a little bit more again. Okay, so I hope that's not confusing for you. It's very, very simple. I'll put this video underneath, but we will be doing the webinar on Tuesday, and if you've got any questions, you can come and ask us. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video, and we'll look at the feed blogger tab.